Good afternoon, all. Thanks for inviting in your prestigious college to say a few important points and awareness on COVID-19 in your college for induction program for the first semester UG students. So by now, every one of us know about what is COVID-19 because since last 6 months we all are just getting the information only about the COVID and COVID. So coming to the topic, that is awareness on COVID-19. I have written this small article for a magazine. So the outbreak of new coronavirus or COVID-19 disease has not only created a global health crisis, but also caused a great impact on socio-economic factors affecting all of us, more or less, both physically and psychologically. This epidemic of unknown acute respiratory tract infection broke out first in Wuhan city of China since 12 December 2019, and then the disease spread like a wildfire and received worldwide attention. And then on 31st December 2019, China notified WHO about this disease, and on 30th January 2020, World Health Organization WHO officially declared the COVID-19 epidemic as public health emergency of national concern. And India declared it as a national emergency on 12 March 2020 and further a complete lockdown on 25 March 2020. So different theories and different speculations have been done till now by researchers and scientists. So many speculations are like the disease may have originated from the seafood market, but several studies suggested that bats may be the potential vectors of SARS-CoV-2. However, there is no such evidence so far that the origin of SARS-CoV-2 was from seafood market. So it has also been assumed that the coronavirus may have come from the family of coronavirus that are necessarily found in bats and has mutated over a period through intermediate host like pangolin and to finally become a human coronavirus. So the new virus has been thus named as novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2. So SARS-CoV-2 marked the emergence of a third large-scale coronavirus epidemic affecting human population in the 21st century after the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus SARS-CoV in 2002 and MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome coronavirus in 2012. So this is not the first time that we are facing such epidemic. Previously also in 1918 during the Second World War, we have faced Spanish flu. So we human history has witnessed lots of such events like not only this coronavirus. Previously also we have faced like SARS-CoV and MERS-CoV in 2002 and 2012 respectively, and then Ebola, H1N1, cholera pandemic, flu pandemic, swine flu outbreak, malaria, dengue, Japanese encephalitis, etc. that killed millions of people across the globe. So it is also said that history repeats itself, but in such a cunning disguise that we fail to detect the resemblance until the damage is done. So, as you all are the students of science background only, so I won't waste time by saying about the virus and what is virus, but we all know that viruses are a group of microorganisms that are the smallest non-infective agents. They are a obligate parasite, but they cannot reproduce outside the host cell. So once the COVID-19 enters our body, that is through the this respiratory tract, then only the disease will enter our body. So this is the point of our route of entry. So we have to protect our this face. And today in this program, I would like to say one thing that we human beings tend to forget. We have short-term memory and long-term memory. So this program has been conducted to remind all of us that the disease has not gone away. Even though the big mega mart like shopping mall like Big Bazaar, Vishal, government has bound to open all this for economic reason. But we should not forget that the virus has not went out of the society till now. So, coming to the some important point, I would like to say about the awareness of COVID-19 that as a student, our role of student is undoubtedly no less than an elder in a society during such situation. Therefore, a student can be considered as an acronym where S stands for study, T stands for truthfulness, U for unity, D for discipline, E for an energy, and T for treasure. So we all should be acting as a responsible citizen. So we should follow the government guidelines. And I want to give stress on some of the preventive measures and health hygiene. In this era of globalization and advanced technologies, we all are aware that the term social distancing. So most of the time we confused about social distancing, and we have many COVID-19 stigmas also. Like once the disease has happened to someone, then we used to avoid that. But the thing is like this, that we should not carry on about this COVID-19 stigma also. But prevention is better than cure, and prevention is always better than cure. And it is not like that we have suffered from the disease and then we have cured, and after that we are immunized. So there is many such cases where reinfection has been reported. Even in AIMS only, we have reported many doctors, but in first situation, in first infection, many patients are asymptomatic. And on second infection, the disease has become more serious. So we should not think that once infected, we are immunized for lifetime. So in GMCH also, many of my seniors have reinfection, reported cases of reinfection. So, and then second infection, the cases seem to be more severe. And some important points to be noted are avoid touching T zone. We should not touch T zone because this is T zone, as this looks like the structure of capital letter T. So this is the eye, and this is the nose and mouth. So this is the point of entry. So we should never touch this point without washing our hand. And frequent hand washing must be carried out every time while we are going out and all this, and wearing mask. So once we wear a mask, we should never touch in this middle area, because in middle zone, this side we are protecting from the outside aerosols and all the infectious agents, and from inside also. So we should not never touch inside the mask. So we should touch in the periphery of this mask, and it's not like that if you wear 2, 3, 4 surgical masks, then I will be protected in more protected, and it is not like that. And try to skip all party or postpone for this next years. And many are saying about government is supporting us, so we should support government. And moreover, many governments are trying to make us positive by giving sometimes like saying that the vaccine will come after 6 months or after this and that. But usually we all know that as you are an engineering student also, there are lots of protocols to be finalized and to give to the common public as a vaccine. So in vaccine production also, there are many stages in a vaccine cycle to produce, like exploratory, preclinical, clinical, regulatory review and approval, manufacturing, quality control. Therefore, it is not expected. I mean, even if some miracles will be there, then it's not, I won't say anything on it, but by next 1 year, we can expect a perfect vaccine that can be given in the market. And in the last few months also, we have seen many news like Oxford AstraZeneca has about to set out, like in India, Covaxin is under production under Bharat Pharma, but it is not crossed stage 1 only. So we must be very careful. And one thing very important is that even after getting cured, even if we get the report as COVID negative, but after COVID also, we have it is seen that many problems are appeared in all ages, irrespective of all ages. Like in patients with comorbidities, we have more severe cases have been seen. So after COVID-19, there will be damage in lungs that may take many time, or sometimes there may be permanent fibrosis or damage. So it is better not to catch the disease than thinking of the curing yourself. So it is known as post sequelae. So there are many problems that will come after the COVID. So I would like to now give some stress on the symptoms and signs and symptoms. We all know it is spread through the aerosols and through fomites. So you hostel boarders or students, I would like to request to you as a junior that please don't use your towels and all this. Try to maintain your distance about 1 meter, and 1 meter is almost 3 feet. It is almost 3 feet. So if possible, try to increase your distance, but it is not about social distancing. Sometimes brings many other confusion. So it will be better if we say it as a physical distancing. So just distance yourself by physically, but not socially. And then symptoms are majority of symptoms that are reported by majority of patients are anosmia. Anosmia means there is no sensation, a loss of sensation of smelling, and diarrhea, some GI symptoms, upper respiratory throat infection, and then sore throat, and sometimes nausea. All these are common symptoms, but so we have categorized the patient into two parts, that is symptomatic and asymptomatic patient and symptomatic. So in asymptomatic patient, usually we don't give or prescribe any drugs. So we just give vitamin fortifications like vitamin C, Ricosul, and all these multivitamins so to boost our immunity, and zinc tablets. So all these are for asymptomatic patient. Otherwise, there is no need for any medication. By the way, there is no definitive management so far we have developed in worldwide, globally. So symptom treatment are of many types. So symptomatic and definitive treatment. So there is no definitive medicines are there. Even if there are antiviral drugs like remdesivir, all these are just for treating as part of the symptoms of the patient, but not the definitive treatment for coronavirus or this particular RNA virus. So in these symptomatic cases also, we have categorized into three types. One is mild, moderate, and severe. So in what is known as asymptomatic patient, I would like to stress this point for the juniors that once you are like incidental finding, means you know that you have no disease, no fever, there is no other symptoms, but as there is some suppose there is some medical health camp, or there is some randomized control trial in your area or a test, then you have tested yourself, and then you have found that you have got the virus, or you have come to be COVID positive, then you are incidental in the incidental case, and you are asymptomatic. So in such cases also, you have to take a good measures so that the disease do not degrade. And in symptomatic cases, we have mild, moderate, and severe. So in mild, our oxygen saturation is less than 94% in our SpO2, and respiratory rate is less than 24. And in moderate cases, we have 90 to 94% oxygen saturation with respiratory rate of 24 to 30. And in severe cases, our oxygen saturation falls down below 90 in room air, and the respiratory rate is almost 30, more than 30. So there are many other laboratory findings, but we have CT findings also in this classification of mild, moderate, severe. In mild cases, our CT finding is usually normal or less than 25%, and in moderate, we have 25 to 75% chest abnormalities, and in severe cases, we have 75% to 100%. We have all these abnormalities, lung. There will be ground glass appearance in our CT thorax. So at present, in our Kokrajhar, we have. I would like to request all of you that if you found any such symptoms like sore throat and you feel that you are getting a fever and other symptoms of COVID-19, then please approach to our government setup. There is a government setup available in Kokrajhar, mainly in our civil hospital Kokrajhar and Sai. But in Sports Authority of India in Sai Center, screening center, it is only mainly for outside who comes from outside Assam. So please approach with your friend, with your roommate or whatever, or you can go alone. And our civil hospital is open for COVID-19 test from 9:30 to 9:30 to almost 5 p.m. So as you all are very, we are educated person, we are classified as educated. So it is our responsibility that we usually, when we go outside the market, we see that people are not wearing masks. So we should try to motivate each other that the disease, the lockdown may be, there is, the big bazaar Vishal may be open, but the lockdown may be gone, but the disease has not gone out from the society. So please try to follow, and you can buy pulse oximeter also if you want to see your own oxygen saturation. Sometimes you can order online also sometimes. And then never think that we are young, so we have less mortality. But the thing is that both morbidity and mortality is unpredictable in this disease. So never think that we are immune to the disease. Even we have seen many cases, even after becoming 90 years old, grandma is returning with a smiling face. These are some beautiful stories. But then at the same time, we have many stories like only 33 years of age with comorbidities or without comorbidities, with comorbidities like asthma, diabetes, and all this. They have succumbed to the COVID-19. So we can't say anything who will be the unlucky person. So in the past also, we have, if we see the history, if we see the history, then we will see that Spanish flu has taken almost 3 years, and it has come in several waves. First wave, then second wave, and then third wave. So even if people are roaming outside, it is our responsibility to say and remind them continuously that please protect yourself. Then you will protect your family and old age. And I would like to say on this home isolation also. Many are thinking that we have to stay at the quarantine center, so we won't taste if something come out to be positive or this and that. So you can avail home isolation after giving a request from the spot itself. So you can stay at your for home isolation, but with some rules and regulations. And then for home isolation also, you must have separate bathroom, toilets, windows, and separate towels. All this you should maintain separate rooms, and we should not stay longer period in closed chambers like in bank. All these, so all these for aerosols can stay suspended in the air medium for many hours. And I would like to give some important suggestions. Avoid touching T-zone. Practicing health hygiene is necessary. Frequent hand washing. You all know what is sanitizer and what is hand wash. You can use hand wash when there will be, but sanitizer you can carry continuously. And maximum make a minimum feet of 6 feet or 1 to 2 meter distance, if possible more distance for everyone. And pregnancy, pregnancy is an immunocompromised state, so we should protect pregnant women. We should keep them separate in a separate room. with good ventilation. Don't allow her to go outside, and all ages also. And then daily 30 minutes exercise, sun bathing, because vitamin D is found to be helpful to boost our immunity, and also vitamin fortification, vitamin C you can take regularly. And then you can take iron tablets also for adolescents. And as per researchers, virus can stay active on different surfaces for different period of time, like for aluminum, copper metals 8 hours, cardboard, papers 24 hours, cloths 2 days, steel, plastics 1 to 3 days, glass wood for 5 to 7 days. So depending on the surface areas, virus can stay for different period. So we must stay alert and always cautious. And then at present our policy is test and treating. If you don't come for testing, then you won't know yourself. You will unintentionally subclinically spread the disease to other your colleagues, and then if she has another comorbidities, then it will again give a catastrophe. It will make a catastrophe. So please follow the guidelines. And then we have just for highlights, I would like to inform you that we have at present we are doing in Kokrajhar, we are doing mainly RAT test, rapid antigen test, and then RT-PCR is more sensitive actually, and we should motivate to do RT-PCR, and RT-PCR is almost 72% sensitive. We take nasal and oral swab. So only if we take nasal swab, then it will decrease to 63% sensitivity, and RAT is only 30.2%. And in subclinical case, RAT do not give a positive result. It will come to as a false negative actually. And we have TrueNet, and we have we have HRCT thorax also. So all these are for our medical, but as for information, we should know all this, that these tests are going on in our area, and we give antibiotic with this disease, along with other drugs, because antibiotic it is the virus may create an immunocompromised state. So that's why we give antibiotics also. And dexamethasone we should start when there will be a symptomatic, when the disease start to become symptomatic, or even if before also. Dexamethasone help us to prevent from further damage. So don't just go just the COVID-19. And in Assam also, Assam till now, as per my seniors report, almost 731 people have died, and till almost 1,000 actually, and cases have crossed 1 lakh, and in all over India. Globally, you can see that in the worldometer, you can continuously you can take information from them, and we have lost almost 516 doctors from India from COVID-19, and many are unreported. Many patients who died are unreported. So don't take this disease so very easily. We have lost almost 516 doctors itself, and other paramedics, nurses. You have all these countings are going on, and sometimes if some patients have comorbidities like cancer and all these CKD, chronic kidney disease, and many other ailments, then sometimes many in such serious cases, the number has decreased due to these are not counted. So if all these are counted, then whatever we are seeing, and many are not, many are unreported. So it is not like that this disease has low mortality, so we should come out not like that. Yes, herd immunity will be there, but to get herd immunity, to achieve herd immunity, it will take almost 1 year, almost means, and by next 1 year we can't expect any. We can expect miracle, but we can't expect that it will come, that the vaccine will come successfully, can be applied. And government has also outsourced, drain of source. So Due to all these economic reasons, the lockdown has been opened. But that does not mean the disease has went out. And please come for the testing. If you come for test, then only trade will start. Then only the society will be getting cured from this disease. So, as a final conclusion, I would like to say that this type of disease has been surfaced, and we have witnessed such disease in our past history. If we visit the history, you will see such disease has come, and we have lost millions of people. But we have to go with this. We have to live with this whole pandemic. And please, one thing is very important, and we have to be psychologically and mentally strong in this pandemic disease. Sometimes our psychological minds become deteriorate. So we should make a happy environment in between our friends, friend circle, with our teachers, and in our family. So your college has conducted this beautiful program. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity to speak a few points. I hope you all have got some